Whoa. Like this week is more than weekly. Ooh. Is there a specific reason why it's like Valentine's inspired solar kit? So if you want influence, join the server. You might get influence. Who knows? Link in the description. Whoop whoop. Happy on. Also, Ash is asking you how you're doing. Yeah, Mondays. Yup. Or you should, like. Yeah, the thing is, if you've lived till, you know, being 10 years old, yeah, then, you know, Monday. Yeah, like. I think for me it really depended on what was going on in class. Oh. A sudden realization of people being Arthurs. Pian's asking, how long are you planning on streaming for today? Makes sense. Boop boop. Hello, Sheppy. How are you doing today? So is this adopt going to be like the last Solar Kid adopt? You doing it like on a sheet? It's a little lovey-dovey one. That makes sense. Oh, people are saying they only hear me talking. So yeah, apparently. So you might need to do some fixing. What's a good point? People can't hear what's a good point.
Properties. Okay, let me know if you hear me now. I hope you can.
Can you guys hear her now, or?
There we go. Sorry, you guys didn't hear a word of what I said. That's kind of sad.
Hear her now. Well, repeat.
I explained the meaning of life and everything, and you guys missed it. What a shame. I'm not repeating it.
Too bad.
No, I didn't really say much other than the fact that, yeah, this is a Valentine's inspired adopt. And, yeah, like, it was voted on, like, I asked in, sorry, can't speak. Probably a good thing you couldn't hear me the first time. But no, I put a poll up in my Discord server asking people what species they'd like me to do for the Valentine's adopt, and the majority said Solar Kit, and I presume people were more interested in the Gen 5s as of current, so I'm doing a Gen 5. But because me and Flinx are going to be away at Nordic FuzzCon next week, there won't be a stream next week, so instead we're replacing it with 2 art streams this week. So today and maybe tomorrow, and then Friday and Thursday and maybe Friday. There will be streams, so a fairly large amount of streams this week, so yeah, I guess make the most of it if you're interested. And yeah, if anyone in the comments is going to Nordic FuzzCon, then yeah, like we hope to see you there, because that'll be really cool. I know Sheppy is going, and Ekko, and Parz, and Kili. There we go. Forgot everyone's names.
And Mute.
Oh, and Mute, yeah, my sister.
Searchy's asking if you're coming to Eurofurence.
Sadly, no, because they're quite. Are they quite close? No, they're not actually.
It is. Eurofurence are quite close. It's in Berlin.
No, I mean like in time-wise. I don't know when it is.
It's in the summer.
Oh, is it? Okay.
In August.
Well, most likely not, because I don't think we can afford it this year. Maybe a couple years in the future. Who knows? But yeah, Eurofurence I don't think we're going to be able to go to this year. Sadly.
Nope. Not planned, at least.
No. Unless we win the lottery. You know. Dun dun dun. But yeah, like I'm pretty tired, so apologies if I'm not very talkative in a stream. But yeah, like feel free to, like I always say, just post some comments, some questions rather, in the comments, and we shall try to read out as many as we can and answer them, and hopefully make a bit of a conversation out of them, because I really suck at like figuring out what to talk about in these streams. I like to think that I might be getting better at this, but honestly, I have no idea.
So she says if she has a flat by, you know, that we could stay at her place, but
that'd be cool.
Like, I'm just like, if you have a flat, like, don't you have a place to live as of current, or is it because
she lives in a box. She lives in her furry trash can.
Oh yeah. Don't all furries?
Yeah. What do you think we live in? It's our furry trash can. Oh, yeah, that should so be a thing.
Oh. Living in a trash can.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, I want a sticker on our.
Get the dumpster.
No, I want a sticker on our door that says, you know, like, you know how you have like home sweet home, just like furry trash can, sweet furry trash can, you know.
Yeah.
Or like we actually mean to put the Coochie Woochie Woe thing on the door. We haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I don't think we. Yeah, as long as we can get it off when we move.
All of our neighbours will walk past the door and be like, what the fuck?
Nah, I think we should probably just not do it, because else like an angry mob is just gonna show up at our door.
Why? Maybe they like furries. Maybe they're all just furries in secrecy.
Nah, but you know, we're not allowed to keep pets here, so...
Wow. So what, they're gonna come and confiscate our fursuits?
Yeah, well, they're gonna, you know, confiscate maybe you at some point. Who knows? I might just go to work, and then they come, like some guy goes in to do some plumbing maintenance and so on, and just sees you in your suit, and he's just like, oot!
Oh, everyone wish Auby good luck. He's doing his exam now.
Is Auby even here?
No, he's not. But he just messaged me. He's about to go in. So good luck, Auby. Even though you probably won't hear this, but you know. Auby was a guy who joined us in my last stream. He's a good friend. And he's failed his past 2 trucker exams, so he's hopefully it's 3rd time's the charm. That sounds really bad. Like, oh yeah, he failed his last 2 exams. Like, hey.
Hey, what?
I messaged him good luck, and he said thanks.
Yuki is asking, how many OCs do you have?
Let's have a little look. So I have, in order of creation, Pocky. No, wait, hang on. Yeah, Pocky, Rory, Chili XO. What are they called? Oh, Loki, Jinxit. Who did I make after Jinxit? I know, these ones aren't in order, but the OCs I own. Pin. Siren, Mokai. Squib. Kofi.
Let's just go on the toy house.
I know they're not all listed on there. I have a bunch of characters that I haven't used yet, but I still own. Have I missed any actually that are on my toy house?
I don't know.
I'ma just look. Oh yeah, Bean, my little caterpillar dude. Oh yeah, Fisker, Nebi, and then I also have human OCs like Ryuki, Ryusu, and Nyaki, and Lime, and a bunch of other fruit-themed characters that I had. And yeah, I have a bunch of miscellaneous characters as well. So that's like at least about 14 I listed like properly there.
Addiction!
There's nothing wrong with my addiction. I like my characters a lot. I love them.
I was about to say, it's just general furry tendencies.
They're my babies.
To be fair, I think there's a lot of furries that have.
I can't afford children because I have my own babies. That is the furry life. Right, what else do I want to do on this ref sheet?
Ayana is asking, do you do tutorials?
I do not. Well, no, not really. I mean, it's something that I may get into in the future, but in general, I don't like teach my methods because I don't feel. Huh?
It's your trademark.
Well, yeah, like that, and also because in general, I just don't feel confident enough to do them. Like it sounds dumb. I guess a lot of people be like, "What do you mean?" Like, I just don't feel like I am in the right place. Like, I can't word today. Oh my god.
English is
English. What am I trying to say? I don't feel worthy, essentially. Like, I don't feel like I'm that skilled to be like, oh, this is how you should draw kind of person, you know? If that makes any sense. And like, it makes me really anxious when people ask me to judge their artwork or like rate it, because I'm like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like I have the right to kind of just do that. Because if I was to say to someone, I think your artwork sucks, just because it's not my personal taste, like, that could really affect their motivation to draw. And, you know, I don't want to be that person.
Makes sense.
Yeah, if anyone messages me and being like, oh, can you rate my art, I have to turn them down, because it just kind of feels mean to just kind of do that. Especially when it's someone I don't know. Like, if it's my friend's art and they ask for advice, I'll be like, oh yeah, perhaps you could do this. You know? But if it's someone I don't know, then it feels a bit wrong for just a stranger to be like, oh yeah, you should change this and you should do that, blah blah blah, and just like, you know, rip into them, I guess, in some way. Not that I would do that anyway, but like, you get what I mean.
I think people catch your drift.
You get me, bro.
Yeah. Another question coming in is, would you do dares with your OCs?
What kind of dares? Just like, I dare Jinxit to hug Pin. Just like, yeah, that's gonna go very well.
She did now. Just like...
She did. Now, to be fair, Jinxit technically good because she could protect herself with her claws. She could hug him with her claws. And it'd be fine.
The answer was funny ones.
I mean, I still don't quite understand what you mean by dares my C's. Do you mean like, you know, I dare, like, is it like one of those like Q&A with my characters where you draw the answers kind of thing? Is that what you mean? Like, I assume that's what you mean, but I'm not entirely sure.
Also, there was another question. What's your favorite species?
Regular species, for like characters. I like wolves, but like, you know, big chunky wolves, not, you know, generic
What do you
ones.
mean big chunky wolves?
You know, like werewolves. I like werewolf sonas.
I was about to ask, like oh loud he coming chunky.
Oh
or
loud he coming. Yeah, like, well, to be fair, those are pretty cool too. But no, in general, like, you know, I like the big chunky wolfy boys. I think they always look really cool. Or like, I like red panda characters a lot. I think they're always really cute. Red pandas are one of my favorite animals, and sharks owners. Sharks are like the best animal in the world, so, you know, of course, sharks. In terms of like fandom created species, though, I'd have to say I really like frigid peak dragons, which are a lesser known original species made by Chioki. I always find those really cute. I actually have a make your own kind of pass, but I haven't used it yet. But yeah, I think. Otherwise, like, other close species I like are like, well, Chimerians, because, you know, just big fan of Seal Maru over here. And protogens are cool. I don't actually own like my own protogen, but I do like the species. Like, one of my friends has a protogen OC, and I really enjoy drawing them. But
I think more than one of your friends do, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but like, I've only drawn my like mimics. Mimics one. And I really enjoy drawing them. I haven't actually managed to design my own though, so that kind of sucks.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but yeah, like those are kind of my faves.
So another question from Searchy is, on a scale from 1 to I need coffee ASAP, how tired are you in Flinx?
I mean, I'm alive, so that's a good thing. I haven't got coffee. I had like a latte not long ago, so I mean, I already had the coffee.
For me, I'm alright, so.
But yeah, I'm tired. Like, I can feel it, but I also want to draw, so it's like that awkward dilemma, kinda. Kinda get like this every time I stream. Is it like, it always feels like there's a decent amount of pressure on me whilst I'm streaming, because I'm like, oh heck, I don't want to mess up and have to like redraw the entire drawing, or like, yeah.
Also, there was another question. Do you take fan art?
I do. I love fan art. I don't know why anyone has to ask that question. Like, honestly, fan art is probably one of the best things. I love it. Whenever I get it, I just get really happy, because, you know, it's like someone's taken time out of their day to draw my character. And I really suck at commissioning artists. Like, I haven't ever really commissioned anyone for art before, apart from one of my old friends. So I don't have a lot of artwork of my characters in other styles. So I always find it really cool when people actually do draw my characters.
Lucy is asking, what's happening today?
Not much. I was working on commissions today, hanging out with some friends on Discord. It was a pretty chill day. Flinx is at work. He abandoned me to do this.
What? Just, yeah, make money.
Yeah, he says he's working, but, you know, I don't know if I trust it.
Jeez.
It makes it sound like I think you're cheating on me, doesn't it? Like, no, I just feel like I need boyfriend attention.
You always need boyfriend attention, like 24/7.
Like, whilst he's here, I'm like, boyfriend, leave me alone. I need my space. As soon as he's gone, I'm like, where's the boyfriend? Where'd he go? What happened?
Yep.
Like, that is legit what happened the other day when you went to play, geek out with your friends. Like, the day before, I was like, oh, well, at least I'm home tomorrow by myself. That's cool. I can just chill out. And then I woke up and he was gone. I was just like, had this moment of like sheer panic, like, my boyfriend, someone stole him. That is my life, to be fair.
Ren is asking, is it a Valentine's kit?
Yes, it is. It is a little Valentine's inspired adopt. And I like this. Just this headshot, just like, now kids. Just like, yes.
Yuko is asking you, are you interested in an art trade if it's from a professional artist?
I mean, art trades in general I'm a little picky with because
like it takes time out of your commissions.
It takes time out of my commissions, from people who actually pay me, and as much as I love to do art trades, it has to really be with like friends or people who I know how they work. Because I don't really want to get scammed, I've done, I think, like 3 art trades. I did one with Crepet, one with... Oh, I've done 4, sorry. I did one with Crepet, another with Teledin, that was my most recent one with Chioki, and another one with one of my friends on Facebook whose art name I'm unsure of, and in fact I think they're called Eva on Facebook. They have the cute slugget species, so... But yeah, I've only done those 4, and those were with like people that I was actually quite good friends with, so I knew how they worked, and I knew that I wasn't gonna get scammed. Not saying that I assume everyone who wants to do a trade is gonna scam me, but it's better if I know them first.
Lucy is asking, did you know it's National Umbrella Day today? I'm just wondering in what country, since it's national.
Maybe it's international. I'll draw an umbrella to celebrate. Hang on. There we go. Happy Umbrella Day. It's a cat umbrella.
A woe umbrella.
There we go. Look at it. It's adorable. Yeah, gotta love it. Okay, enough with the cat umbrella.
Another question coming in from Yuki. Hey Jinx, my friend's asking me to draw their OCs, and I said you have to pay, because I do commissions.
Yeah.
Is it wrong for them getting mad at me because I said they have to pay?
It's wrong for them to get mad at you. Like, art isn't it's something that takes a lot of practice and a lot of time, and it takes materials, especially if you do like traditional art as well. Like, it's a lot of money for materials. So charge. If you want to charge. Doesn't mean that everyone has to charge. I know a lot of people who prefer to just do artwork for fun and do it for free, but if you want to charge, that is completely up to you. I actually had quite a difficult situation where my dad wanted me to do some poster designs for his friend at work, and I was like, yeah, sure, just give them my prices. And my dad kind of looked at me in disbelief, and I was like, well, I do it for a living and it takes time out of my commissions, I can't really just do this kind of thing for free. And he got a little bit angry at me about it, because obviously it was his good work friends, but I stood my ground and ended up declining it, because I was like, I have a lot of paying customers and supporters who will value my time and effort a lot more. I mean, that's why they pay me, So if they don't respect the fact that you want to charge for your time, then go do one, I guess. They're clearly not worth it. No offense, but yeah.
It makes sense.
Don't sell yourself short, essentially. Which is something Flinx tells me a lot. So.
I was about to say she's learning.
Slowly, I'm learning. I get like a bit more aggressive each day. Just like.
She's learning slowly.
God damn it. Right, what should I draw for this one?
Hello, Mimic.
Hi, Mimic.
Question from Yuki. Do you have a drawing that took you very long to do?
I don't think so. Hang on, let me look through my gallery just to see if there's one that like pops out at me. I think the only one... Nah, I don't... I think they all, like at this point in my art, they all take me roughly about 1.5 hours to 2 hours. Like, you know...
It depends.
Not including, like, you know, response times and everything. But yeah, they don't generally take me that long. But yeah, it depends on the piece, because some pieces are, like, I had to do a piece for Mimic recently, which was of his character in, like, a maid outfit. And the, like, the frilly bits on that took a while for me to line. Just because, you know, it's a bit more detail. But in general, I don't think I've had any particularly long ones.
A question from Jasmine asking, what is your most favorite art piece you've ever done?
Oh, see, this is another one I don't really know. People always ask me this.
Obviously, your oldest piece of artwork, because, you know, the artist dilemma.
Honestly, I do not have a favorite. I don't think I've got a few favorites. But
you got multiple, but not one.
Like not like, but I would like. I'm always trying to find a new way to improve. So I kind of look at my art, like, you know, after I finished it, and I'm like, okay, so I want to do this next time, you know? Like, there's a few where I'm quite proud of the anatomy. I really like, you know what, I tell you what my favorite one is. Let me just grab it. This one, this is my favorite. It was a dumb doodle when I was really bored at night, and I'm strangely proud of it. I just really like Shoulder. Shoulder's a cute little bleppy boy.
Why are you strangely proud of it?
Well, you know, it's not my most, like, it's not the most magnificent piece of artwork. It's not got that much effort put into it. It was just something I did one night when I was really bored. And ended up rushing the finish of it because I wanted to go to bed. I don't know, it's just one of those things I just really like. I have it as my background on my PC as well, because I just really like it. But if I had to pick a favourite, it's probably that, just because of the simplicity and just sheer fun I had whilst doing it. But yeah.
Another question coming in from Yuki asking, do you like aesthetic or pastel colours for your OCs?
Pastel, like, I enjoy the pastel colour aesthetic, but I'm also not the biggest fan of it for myself. I'm not a very pastel-y person. Those who've met me in real life should be able to vouch for me. I wear black, like, all the time. So... But yeah, like, the question for my OCs, not really. I like more vibrant colours. a lot of my OCs will have vibrant colors. I think the only pastel-y type character I have is perhaps Pin, I think. I don't know if he counts as pastel though.
He's green.
He's pretty pastel. He's got like a pastel pink on his ears and, you know, light green and stuff.
He green.
He green. I don't like proper neon colors, but like, you know, like bright colors, so like Jinxit and stuff. I like those, but I don't like, you know, when people use like that bright, really red with like bright neon green and neon blue, like that. Just that's like every beginning furry's kind of go-to color scheme, and it's very difficult for it to look good on like a base fill design.
What color and color you said?
If you have like, okay, so for reference, this is what I'm talking about when I mean the proper neon colors that I hate. When you have this blue, this red, and this green, just that doesn't work. And like
in general, for me, it's like screams kindergarten in some way.
Like those colors put together, it's like, I swear to God, it's like 75% of the fandom's very first OCs look like this. And always on a base fill as well. There's no offense to people who do it, like, you know, some people like that and that's cool. It's not my preference, but you know. And I've done commissions in the past for people with that color scheme. But like it's not my preference. I just like, you know, the colors have to complement each other essentially.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's what I'm trying to get at, I guess. I'm sorry, I kind of always end up going like on a tangent.
Fine, like that's what you should do in the stream, right? Keep talking.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you have a point.
There's another question coming in from Lucia. What do you think is your favorite word to say?
Pumpkin. Yeah, pumpkin.
Pumpkin. Don't know. Okay,
Pumpkin. It's fun to say. Like, just like if you just say it slowly. Just pumpkin. It's like, it's just nice. It's a nice word. Plus, it makes me think of a happy little pumpkin. So, you know.
Mimic said he think he passed out on Auby, and he woke up and said it timed out on Red Dead. So.
Oh God.
Big oof.
Mimic, are you sober now? Mimic was rather drunk in the server earlier. It was rather amusing. He kept hiccuping. Hiccup was also a fun word, actually. I like the word hiccup.
So you obviously like the main character, freaking How to Train Your Dragon.
Hiccup's a cool character. I like his name. Like, I'd love to have a character called Hiccup because it's just such a fun word.
Else you should like make a kangaroo and call it Hiccup instead.
Wow. Also, like paperclip. I think it's just like kind of those words with like what is it, like 2 syllables? That's what it is, isn't it? When you have like, you know, a syllables. I think I'm using that right. I don't know. Please correct me if I'm...
sorry. I was.
A syllable. A syllable is like, you know, like hiccup kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. I got it right. But yeah, like words with 2 syllables, I think, you know, they tend to be a bit more interesting than a singular one. Blimp. Now blimp, see, like hiccup, pumpkin, stuff like that.
It's the ones that has like a good P sound.
They have, yeah, like they have those kind of they're just fun words to say. Like blimp just kind of sounds meh. Blimp. You know.
Unless it's blimp.
Blimp.
Also, Yuko is saying, I'm thinking about to make some fan art of Flinx in a live stream. Maybe you can time it so that you can watch it and say if I do something wrong or right.
Sure.
Because I really adore that cutie, and I'm like, fan art for me. Yes.
He's been asking me to draw Flinx for a while, and I'm like, no, I want to draw my characters. So he's been neglected of art for a while.
Yeah, and that thing about, you know, being with this one here, like, Obviously, I'm gonna get eclipsed in fan art because obviously someone has more fans. You know, being poppy fur and all.
I'm not poppy fur. Jeez, I honestly like. I'm scared whenever people call me that. I'm like, I really am not in that category like at all. I have a very small
You're a lot
following.
more popular than a lot of other furries. So.
I think people just recognize my art style. I wouldn't say I'm popular. Like, people see my art and like be like, oh, that's that kimono artist. Dun dun dun.
So she's asking, oh, isn't today Monday, so no minigame Monday, question mark?
Oh yeah, sorry. We were going to do minigame Monday, but because we wanted to get 2 streams done this week, ahead of NFC, I apologize. Like, on Wednesday, I will be free. So we might be able to play some games Wednesday, but there's no guarantee of that. So, big apologies. What do you think of my little chibi cupid?
Looking cute. But to be fair, I always think your art looks hella cute, so...
Mwah, look at him.
Yuki is asking, if I was doing a art style challenge, is it okay if I used your style? I'm just curious.
Yeah, of course. I actually, funny enough...
Like, as long as it's not tracing.
Oh yeah, so long as you're not like tracing my art. That's fine. But funnily enough, I actually had someone this morning tag me on a post on Instagram, and they credited me for something, and I was like, that's not my art. So I messaged them like, hey, you tagged me in something that's not my art. And then as I sent the message, I realized that it was a draw this in your style challenge kind of thing, and I was like, oh. So I was like apologizing because I just completely messed up on, didn't read the post at all.
Also, Mimic is saying that he's recovering, so...
Hey.
Sleet is asking, have you tried other mediums besides digitals, or would you like to try any?
I've done traditional art before.
Like mediums? I'm just here, like...
Mediums is like, you know, like traditional digital painting, modelling, sculpting, you know, that kind of thing. I think that's what you mean. I assume so. If not, then... unless you mean like, you know, like acting and singing and stuff. But going off of my first thing, I've done traditional art, but I have really, like, shaky hands. Well, not shaky, just I'm really not good at, like, keeping my hands steady, especially when I'm lining. So, like, using stabilizers on, like, digital art helps me a lot. I have done, like I said, traditional art, and I like the pieces I've done, but it's not something I do a lot because, yeah, as I said, I'm not the best at it. And otherwise, like painting, I really struggle with. I always mess it up, so I really don't paint. Sculpting, I'd love to get into. I'd love to be able to make my own little like figures and stuff. But yeah, need time to do that. I've did kind of start getting into fursuit making, but I haven't really made a lot of fursuit stuff recently, so we'll see. What should I draw here?
Also, Ren is saying like shenanigans is the best word. It's a good word.
Yeah, shenanigans is a good word. I still like pumpkin though.
Also, from continuing from earlier, Yuko is saying that they can draw both. Jinx as well.
Yes.
Regarding fan art, so you're obviously opposed to that. I know you. Nah.
Oh yeah, I hate fan art. I can't believe people would ever.
Yeah, just regarding that question earlier, it just suddenly changed your mind.
Oh, what should I draw in the background? I don't really know. I want to do a drawing of the arm because the arm's got a marking on it.
Also, Jasmine is saying, hey, popular not, your art is unique. Definitely, no doubt.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Like, I'm still adapting my art style, so when people say they like my art style, I'm like, I have a style kind of thing. But yeah, I really appreciate it.
Also, Pion's asking, have you tried other programs besides like
Nah.
Paint Tools?
Well, I used to originally used MS Paint, of course.
Didn't you try that other studio?
Yeah, yeah. And then for one Christmas, my parents bought me my graphics tablet, and my brother bought me what is now referred to as Clip Studio. It was originally called Manga Studio. And I used that for a while, but once I actually started using my drawing tablet, I ended up buying Paint Tools, and I have used that ever since. Yeah, I tried Clip Studio. I downloaded the trial. I really couldn't get on with it at all. So yeah, I just kind of stick with Paint Tools. I also use Photoshop, but that's not for really drawing. That's just for like text and stuff like that. I really don't know what to draw in the background here. I'm struggling to think. Oh, I know.
Also, Yuki asks, have you ever have everyone ever traced yard?
Yeah, a lot. It happens relatively frequently to me. I used to get really upset about it and really pissy about it too. And it still really does annoy me a lot. I try not to make as big a deal about it anymore because, quite frankly, I can't be bothered with it. I don't know, tracing is just one of those things. If you're an artist, it means a lot to you. If you're not an artist, then you just kind of like, what's the problem kind of thing, you know. I find it really annoying because a lot of my parents, like whenever I bring it up to my parents, it's always like, oh, you should be flattered, they're, you know, inspired by you, but it's not like that, you know. It's someone,
not what it is.
Yeah, someone is just cheating, you know, and I've been, you know,
stealing your brand.
Yeah, they're stealing, like, you know, they're using my methods without putting any effort in at all.
Like, it's about saying, you know, that, you know, bootleg products that copy, for example, Gucci or Prada, etc., just saying like, oh yeah, the copies are fine, you know, they should be flattered that someone is copying their products.
Yeah, it's like, it's just one of those really dumb things. Like I do this for a living, so for me, it means a lot. Like, to me, like, not in a good way, but, you know, it affects me a lot when someone's tracing my art, because not only are they tracing my art, they're tracing my customers' art, and, you know, it's essentially just like impersonating, because they're just literally just stealing your style, stealing it, like, your entire drawing. And yeah, it's just not the most fun thing to deal with. But yeah, what I have to deal with a lot at the moment, especially on Instagram, is a lot of people reposting my artwork. a lot of accounts that just don't make their own content. They just take other people's and just repost it all the time. And it's really lazy, because it's like, okay, if you want to have a successful Instagram account, like, you need to put the effort in, not just steal someone else's content. And what's worse, like, I wouldn't mind it so much if they, like, you know, tagged me in the posts and credited me properly, but half the time it's accounts with like 60 followers and they're just reposting the artwork with like some RP tagline, you know? And also, they get the genders of the characters wrong, like, all the time as well. So they'll have, like, you know, like, my character Bean, you know, calling them a pretty girl and stuff, and I'm like, he's a guy. Come on. But yeah, it's very annoying.
Yeah. Question from Toby. How often do you draw adopts that you end up keeping? And I'm just here too often.
Yeah. I mean...
Probably the best answer, just too often.
Not last week, the week before, I drew an adopt which I then kept. So, I mean, that's fairly recent.
Yeah. Then Ren is asking, how often do you save?
Do I save?
Yeah, I assume your artwork.
Oh, talking of, I haven't even saved this. I probably should do that.
At last, poof. Yuko is asking, any ideas in mind of which scenario they should be drawn in? The fan art.
Oh, good question. I have no idea. Maybe... I don't know. I suck at scenarios. Like,
I'm just over here like, surprise.
Surprise?
Give surprise.
Oh, give surprise.
Give the surprise scenario. Then there's just a follow-up question from Yuko. Yuko's asking, by the way, how long will you stream today? Maybe I could start my stream as well soon. And are you able to watch today?
I mean, we're gonna be streaming for about another hour-ish. And then we have to go to bed, unfortunately.
Yeah, because it's getting late.
Yeah, so we won't be able to watch it today, but if you, like... You could stream it tonight, and then, like, if you want to leave the link in my, like, DMs or something, I can find it and watch it tomorrow. But if you want us to be present, I don't really know when's the best time, because chances are I'll be streaming this again tomorrow until we have to go to bed. Which is in a lot of use. I really don't know what to draw in the background of this. I'm really struggling.
Just some hearts.
Nah, it needs to be the character, but I just don't know what.
It could be a character, like the character lying on like a heart pillow, like a giant heart.
No, I can't fit that in there. It just needs to be something simple.
Question from Lucia. What makes something kimono?
From my perspective, okay, I'll do like a little doodle here so I can think whilst I draw. Like, my idea of kimono will be like this kind of anatomy, so bear with me a second whilst I doodle.
I was about to say thick leggies.
So, you know, you have the big chunky heads, because, you know, that's kimono. And then you typically have, like, this kind of, like, pear-shaped body. So, you know, like a thin torso with then, you know, the big, thick thighs. And then, like, typically with kimono, you'll have either, like, really big, chunky, stompy paws, or you'll have, like, you know, like, these, like... little diddy ones, which are always really cute. And then the same with like the paws, like the hand paws. You either have like really tiny little diddy fingers or like really big chunky paws like this.
Hey Ria.
Hi Ria, welcome to the stream. We're drawing a junkie cat. There we go. Yeah.
Also, a question from Yuki. Also, do you know what adopts is?
You what?
Because do you know what adopts are like? Because they really want to know if it has something to do with drawing.
I mean, let me read that just so I know what I'm talking about here. Oh, right, okay. Adopts are essentially characters, so like what I'm drawing now. This is a character adopt. So it's a design that you make to be sold. So people in the fandom who are lesser able to design their own characters, or just aren't, like, this is gonna sound mean, but just aren't as imaginative, I guess.
Not just as much inspired as others.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So like people like me, I have a huge passion for character creation and character design, which is why I have a sickness where I just keep a bunch of characters.
You're down with the sickness.
Yeah, it's like a disease. It's not a disease, it sounds terrible, but it's like a sickness, an illness where I just...
but it's also you're down with the kimono thickness as well.
Yeah, that's kimono thickness. But yeah, like some people just aren't as able to design their own characters, so adopts are really helpful because, like, they see a design they like, they can buy it,
Draw.
What?
I see you sitting there, like, explaining.
Oh, yeah, because I'm trying to think of what to draw. Heck.
Ah, okay, then it makes more sense.
Why,
I was just like looking over at you and just see you like there articulating, doing stuff with your arms, and I'm just like, people can't see this, right? But
oh yeah, I gesture when I talk anyway. It's just part of my thing. But yeah, adopts are just character designs that you make to sell. I personally despite the fact that I love designing my own characters, I do love to buy adopts on occasion, because sometimes you just get some really interesting designs by other people, even some of the more simplistic ones. I remember recently there was one adopt on DeviantArt that I really, really loved, but sadly when I went to buy it, they'd already sold it, and it just made me kind of a little bit depressed because I was like, I really wanted to draw that character, I really wanted to have it, but Right, yeah, what do I draw here? I'm literally stumped. Someone give me an idea. Like,
oh yeah, what should be in this empty space?
It needs to be something like, the character, nothing too complex or anything, just, what have I done on my other designs? Dun dun dun.
Another question was like, do you draw furry chippies? Oh whoa.
Yeah, I do. I have drawn a lot of chippies. I would show you one, but
suggestions coming in, by the way.
Oh wait, hang on, I might be able to.
Why not draw the design of the arm? Cry over spilled milk.
Oh,
make
nice.
the character have a smug look.
I've already done the kind of smug look down there.
Maybe do a really big eye with fancy reflections.
Nah,
or
that's
draw
not.
the arm, pause, another expression.
Well, like the arm is gonna go up here along the top. That's fine. I'm just trying to think of what to do in this particular space, but I think I'm just gonna draw the character, like, again, kind of thing.
Make them sneeze or yawning. An art idea: booty shot with Valentine's arrow.
That'd actually be really cool, but I might just add that into the back view.
I was about to say you just use that for Sheppy you already have of him, you know, the Cupid kind of thing, and then you just draw a butt in the middle of it. Draw a sleepy face was another suggestions.
Yeah, you already said that one.
Oh, never mind. Ah. It makes like, oh my god, I love this song. I downloaded the app just to find it.
Oh, there's a link in the description for the playlist, by the way. It's a playlist by, oh god, what are they called? I've forgotten their name now.
You mean Hyper Potions?
Hyper Potions, yeah. It's a playlist by Hyper Potions made for like Twitch streaming and stuff. So.
Yeah, so that you don't get copyright claimed.
And it's like good music, you know, it's not like some really meh stuff. Don't you just hate it when you draw on the wrong layer? Oh yeah, and Auby passed this thing, by the way. So whoop whoop.
Ooh.
He messaged me not long ago.
Question from Yuki: is it hard drawing hands?
Yeah, hands are a little bitch to draw. They're not fun. And I still mess up a lot drawing hands.
Tara is asking, so what type of animal is it meant to be, or is it a species?
It is a solo kit, which is a species I created. This one is specifically a Gen 5 solo kit, so it's the closed generation of solo kit. So they're a bit more exclusive, and they're like, you know, the cooler gen, because they have floaty limbs. Like, it's ironic because floating limbs has been one thing that I was very much against when I first created the species, because I was like, oh, the species has to be like fursuit friendly, completely fursuit friendly, so if someone wanted to like make it into a suit, you know, it's possible. And then I got to like revamping the species and creating Gen 5, and a bunch of the rules just kind of went out the window, because I was like, you know what, kind of done with these rules. So I now allow a lot more than I used to, and that's why Gen 5 now have floaty limbs.
Now Lucia's asking, do you like draw dinosaurs, or have you ever drawn a dinosaur?
I can draw a dinosaur. I'll draw a dinosaur. You watch. I like dinosaurs, yeah. I think they're really cool. I want a dinosaur Sona.
A dinosaur, no?
Yeah.
Like I was about to say, haven't you just drawn neoliths? Ain't that
yeah, neoliths are basically dinosaurs, yeah. You just wait for my dinosaur.
Yeah, and just as I said that, Mimic commented, what about a neolith dino? I'm just like, too bad there's delay. Question from Krelitus. What do I have to consider to create a kimono Sona?
I mean, kimono's different each person. As I explained before, like my interpretation of kimono is specific, like, you know, big, large, round heads with a small nose. They don't really have much of a nose. The big kimono, like big anime eyes, pear-shaped body, and like thick leggies. But I mean, like, people interpret the, like, you know, term kimono differently. So it's really up to you to kind of define it in your own way. I've seen like a lot of people just call it, you know, like anime furries, which isn't wrong, because, you know, I mean, they have like anime styled eyes and stuff. Look at this happy dinosaur boy. He deserves the love.
Also, Yuki's asking, do you have a Discord server?
I do. It is linked in the description. And, yeah, no, just in the description.
Mimic saying, I bet $10 on the cat.
On the cat? Jeez.
Also, you can't start bidding from chat. It has to be fair for everyone, Mimic.
Yeah, Mimic, jeez. You can't bid on the cat.
Also, the starting bid for the cat is going to be 2 million.
Yeah. Wait, how much did he say he had in his bank account earlier? No, I'm just joking, don't worry.
Hey Mimic, what's your balance? Say it publicly.
Do not. Oh my god. Knowing Mimic, if he was drunk, he just legit would.
No, he's just
It sounds really bad, just like, you know, like Mimic being drunk, but he's not. He's a sweet little bean. He was just a bit tipsy earlier, that was all. To say the least. This didn't really work.
Mimic's like, I would buy the cat or dino though. Also maybe it was like, yes, just a bit, nothing more, like regarding, you know, tipsy.
I'm trying to draw the hand. I always struggle with Gen 5 hands. I don't know why.
And Chet died.
Dun dun dun.
Why Chet be dead?
Because we're not talking.
It's your fault. You're the host.
Yeah, I know it's my fault. I'm aware.
Oh.
I can't draw this hand. I don't know why. I just really struggle to draw Gen 5 hands.
Well, it's your species.
Yeah, I know, but it's because they the idea of them is they're supposed to be quite like you know, they're not like the other generations. They don't have joints in them or anything, so they're just kind of like a big long like chonky arm cylinder. You know, like they don't have a lot of definition in them.
They'd be round.
Yeah. So when it, you know, I'm just not gonna draw it. What can I draw instead? Any ideas what I can draw in the top corner?
Which corner?
This top corner.
You could make it, you know, like, you know, squiggly, like, you know, you have those picture frames. Just make like.
No, I don't do that kind of stuff. It wouldn't work. Because it wouldn't like. I haven't done that in any of the others.
You could just put some text into the Valentine's
No,
one.
I don't want to do that. I want to do a drawing. Like, it's an art page, not a text page, you know.
Yeah, but there's not much space you have to do with.
No, I know, but I have to do something there. I can't just leave it, and I don't want to alter sizes of stuff just to fill it in.
People are asking like close up of the eyes or something.
Nah, because the eyes aren't really detailed in any way. They're very simple. So I don't feel the need to do a close up of the eyes. I could do the wing, I guess. The wing would work.
Mimic saying like, I showed you my arrow, please respond face.
Jeez. There we go.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, it's simple, but it fills up the space quite nicely.
Sure does.
Right.
Jasmine saying it's looking amazing, and Yuko is saying cutest ever. So,
Yay, thank you.
appreciation in chat. Also, Yuki is asking, what's your favorite part about drawing?
I think the sketch is probably my favorite part. Lining is also quite fun, but it can be kind of tedious on more detailed pieces. And the same goes for like coloring. Shading, yeah, I think the sketching and the shading are probably my favorite parts.
Also, Lucy is asking, if Mango Bunkerbot was an original animal, what would it be?
He's a rabbit.
Yeah, I was about to say, we drew it, so, or you drew it, so, you know, rabbit.
We drew it. How dare you? Trying to claim my art like that.
This is communist Russia.
Jeez. But yeah, he's a rabbit. So he. I should really draw him more often.
Yuki's asking what part do you hate about drawing?
Like I said, the line art, if it's really detailed, and yeah, coloring's pretty boring. Like, just, you know, filling in. You right?
Just a little bit tired. Not too much, but just a little bit. Just a little smidge.
Kinda how I feel right now. I'm pretty damn tired.
Oh,
I'm gonna try and finish the liner if I can.
makes sense. Sure, Mimic, go ahead.
What's that?
Mimic's like, hey Flinx, I have a question for you, but it's completely off topic.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just like, sure. Give me a off topic question.
It's probably Hearthstone related.
Who knows, maybe?
Knowing Mimic. Dun, dun, dun.
That Mimic's like, yes, I sent it to you in PM, and yes, it's Hearthstone.
Yeah, I thought so.
Also, Mimic saying, "Oh my god, the Shadow Chibi is done, and I love it. Thank you, Jinxit."
Mimic, that's like the 4th time you've said that today.
Oh.
Well, originally when I sent it to him, he was pretty tipsy earlier. So, yeah, for about 3 times, he kept opening his PMs and seeing it and then thanking me for having it done. Even though he'd already seen it and said thank you before. But I'm glad you like it, Mimic. I thought it was very cute myself. And for those wondering, the shoutout chibi is like a little Patreon reward thing. That's like this little chibi drawing of my Patreon's character, which will appear in like my videos and stuff. It's quite cool. At least I think so. And yeah, apologies for the stream being quiet. I'm just kind of drawing and don't really know what to talk about. Also, it doesn't help that I'm tired. So, yeah.
Mimic's like, I don't remember that, heck. Don't drink, kids. You have short-term memory loss then.
Yeah, don't drink.
Lucia saying, talk about how much you love Flinx.
He blew.
Is that it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, lucky you, Mimic. It seems like you have a shot.
Jeez.
Mimic's also blue, so obviously.
Yeah. Well, you won't get it because you don't know the meme, but bitches love blue. So, you know.
I haven't seen that meme, but yeah.
It's the bird meme, you know.
Oh.
Ben is a hoe.
Doesn't ring a bell.
You know, bitches love sticks.
Nope.
Or is it, no wait, it's bitches love sticks and Becky likes blue or something.
No.
I don't know how you don't know that meme. You must have been like living under a rock when it was a thing.
Well, I am now.
It's one of my favorite memes, to be fair.
So you have any plans for the other solar kit adopt you're going to be doing later this week?
It won't necessarily be a solo kit. I'm thinking...
I thought you were going to continue the elemental theme, possibly.
Nah, I don't want to overdo it with the solar kit adopts. So I will try to do a different species on Thursday. So maybe just like a normal species, like, you know, like a fox, because I think that was the second most voted for out of... Yeah. Oh, now Fox is all the way up to 18. Wow.
The stream.
After I started the stream, it's gone up to 18 votes over 12. So I guess I'll be doing a Fox on Thursday then.
I was about to say, Fox will come out at night, lol.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, okay, so it would seem that I'm doing a Fox themed adopt, well, no, a Fox adopt rather, on Friday. So, whoa.
Mimic's like, Fox time, woo, Blue Boy version 2.
Jeez.
Yeah. So you got any ideas to what to do with the fox on Thursday?
Not yet, no. I want to focus on this one first.
Makes sense. Also, then there's no spoilers.
I'll come up with something. I may do a Valentine's inspired fox, but I don't really want to overdo it, so...
Power bottom fox, lol.
Oh, jeez. Perhaps I'll, like, ask the patrons for some ideas. Might be cool. I know Mimic's gonna have some strong opinions on that.
Possibly, quite possibly.
He was. I know that Mimic was really hoping for this adopt to be a fox. So. I mean, they look kind of fox-like because of the way the solar panels are.
Mimic's just like ooh woo in chat, nothing more.
Yeah. Basically just sums it up.
Hello, Curry Yoda. So how is chat doing on this fine day? Except for you, Mimic. Everyone knows that you're drunk now.
He's drunk now.
Or he was drunk.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was drunk. He shouldn't be
I think
again.
now he's just hungover.
Oh, poor Mimic.
So everyone in chat is just doing like blank. Derp. No one wants to respond to the question. Lamau.
I'm just too tired to respond.
Well, you're not in chat. You're the
no,
host,
but I am still. I am in chat.
Hello, chat.
There you go. See.
Lamau.
Proved you wrong. Take that.
Sounds nice, Catelyn. Sounds pretty swell.
Who are you talking to?
People in chat.
Who did you say?
Catelyn.
Caitlyn. Do you mean Caitlyn?
Depends on where in the world you're from.
There's an E there. I don't know anyone who's called Catelyn.
I'm Danish, so works in Danish.
It's got an E. It's Kate. At first I thought you said captain, like Cap'n, like Karen.
No,
but,
Karen's not there.
That's what I thought, so that's why I was confused.
At least not that what we've seen.
Yeah, he could be lurking. Bum bum bum.
That's a very weird question, Koreada. Like, has there been any time someone broke into your house at night? Just like.
I remember once when I was little. I was at home with my parents. I was sat on a sofa by the window, and we were just like, doing family stuff, watching TV, and a brick came flying through our window, right whilst I was sat there. I can't remember why, But
Also, wasn't there the guy that broke down your front door?
oh yeah, actually yeah, that's another thing. There was a drunk neighbor had tried to break into our house because he thought that it was his house. And he cracked the door, and when I remember being woken up to my mum, she sounded quite scared by it. And she was like threatening to phone the police if the guy didn't go, and he was like proper like hammering on the door, you know, like kicking it and like running into it and everything. And the next morning when I woke up and went outside, there was like the guy's blood on the door. It was a bit morbid because the guy had like obviously tried to get into the house that much that he'd ended up like obviously hurting himself somehow.
Dumbasses.
But luckily we managed to use that to get a DNA test to prove that the guy, you know, was guilty.
Yeah, so he had to pay.
Yeah. It was one of those kind of weird things.
Sure sounds like it.
Yeah, the guy wasn't very nice in general anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, it was quite a weird one to join into Lobster.
Yeah, sorry for the strange conversation about people breaking and entering. Well, they didn't really enter.
They just
They just kind of broke, yeah.
Yeah, apparently also parts of their body, just like Jesus.
Yeah, it was pretty strange. I didn't think much of it though, to be fair. I was like, oh, okay, that happened.
Like, I'm just like... He must have been shit-faced to, like, do stuff like that.
To be fair, where I lived, there was a lot that used to happen in the night down in like the street where I lived. There used to be like a lot of drunk people quite frequently. And basically the place where I lived was only like a rural town in England.
Welcome to England.
Yeah.
We have pubs.
Yeah, and like we lived quite close to the town. So like especially on like Saturday nights, and my bedroom window was like on the street side. So every Saturday night when I try to go to bed, I just hear a bunch of like drunk people shouting in the street, and we had like the two end houses of my street were like a known kind of like drug dens. And this is like a pleasant thing, I guess, to talk about on the stream, but it's conversation, so you know. But
yeah, a safe place.
yeah, like I remember waking up at like 3 in the morning at one point and looking out my window. Bear in mind, this is England. We don't have guns in England. It's really not a common thing to see at all. But yeah, I looked out my window and there was just a bunch of like, you know, riot vans and stuff out there, all armoured up. A bunch of policemen out there with like really big guns and stuff, just going to do a drug raid on these houses at the end of my street. And I remember just looking out the window, and the guy was like, told me to go far back into the house to, you know, be in case of like any stray bullets. And for someone like who's barely ever been around any guns and stuff, it was a pretty surreal kind of experience. But some new people moved into the house on the end fairly recently, and they seem pretty nice. They're like refurbishing the house, so yeah. But yeah, it's kind of a strange experience, to say the very least. But yeah, I have like a lot of kind of strange stories from like where I used to live in England, because I've moved to Denmark now. I now live in Denmark with Flinx, but the town I lived in has just a lot of weird things go on that you wouldn't expect given its like location. It's like a small little like, you know, farmer town. There's not a lot in Barnstable. That's the town, by the way. But a lot goes on there. So.
Funniest Valentine's Day is like, are you asking like what was your funniest Valentine's Day or what? Also Sheppy, the storm thing, there's still some winds left. It's not like bad or anything, it's just still a little bit going on.
Yeah, the storm's calmed down over today, so it's pretty cool. Seems pretty bad in England at the moment though. I hope Mute's gonna be able to get a flight okay on Monday.
Yeah, let's hope so. Like, it should definitely be gone by then.
Oh, she's got like a whole, like another day to get over here, so.
Maybe he's asking how much of a pineapple is Auby.
He's the plumpiest pineapple.
Jeez.
I mean, did you hear a story about the pineapple tree last stream?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that kind of sums it up.
Also, if you're still in the stream, Seeker, thank you very much for the badge.
Oh, he made you a badge. Oh, that
Yes.
looks so cool. I love how they
it's a
drew
very
him.
nice badge. I really like it.
It's not often you see Flinx with his mouth shut.
No, actually not. But even though it's one of his most distinct features, it actually looks like really good. So
Yeah.
me like. Also, Nicholas is asking, yes, what was your funniest Valentine's Day? So, what was your funniest Valentine's Day?
I haven't had one.
What? Screw you.
Well, no, I haven't had a funniest one. Like, the only proper Valentine's Day I had was, like, with you, so.
I guess.
Last year, and so, you know. And that, I wouldn't call that funny, that was a very enjoyable day.
Yeah, I guess, but...
I guess, like, oh, sorry, I mean, I didn't enjoy it, I found it hilarious that we went to the aquarium. But, yeah, like, I don't think I've had a funniest Valentine's Day, really, at all.
Yeah, to be quite fair, I'm not sure I had, like, when you put it that way, a, you know, funniest one.
Like, I haven't had, like, a Valentine's Day where I thought, oh my god, the stupidest thing happened or anything like that.
Lizzie is asking, can you make a pumpkin character?
I was making one, but a while ago, but
Yeah, who knows? Maybe around Halloween.
yeah, I'd probably keep it to around Halloween. I do love pumpkin characters, so I have to admit they're kind of like, I don't know, they're just one of those little things that I love, especially around Halloween. Like when people make a bunch of like pumpkin characters, I always love to have a look at them and see, if there's a design that piques my interest, so I can just nab it and buy it.
Yeah, makes sense.
I always think Halloween designs are probably the most interesting, because it's such a it's a very distinct set of colors that you use, like the oranges and the purples and greens and stuff. You don't typically get them on characters apart from when it comes to Halloween.
Welcome back, Ria.
Welcome
You have
back.
defeated the lag.
But there we go.
Good night, Sheppy. Have a good night.
Right, so I'm kind of thinking for the colours of this one.
Red, no doubt.
Of course. So
Are you going with like a red pinkish or
Yeah.
or like red and
so
white?
like
or-
you have the creamy colour as like the base colour, of course,
Yeah.
with a nice pink with more of a deeper reddish pink,
That sounds nice.
and perhaps like silver as well. Like that kind of colour. Nah. Nope. Yeah, I think I like those colours. Just 4 simple colours and maybe a few gradients here and there. But yeah, it's now 11 PM. So I'm afraid I'm gonna have to end this stream here. But tomorrow night I should hopefully be streaming the colouring and shading of this one. If I don't stream it, I'll let you know. I always do announcements for my streams and stuff on my Discord server, so join my Discord. The link is in the description. But yeah, if I don't stream it, it will definitely be finished and posted up for sale tomorrow in the Discord server. As with like all my DOPs, it's basically first come, first serve. There's an auction. The auto buy for these DOPs is $200. So I guess, yeah, but the starting bid starts at $35. And the minimum increase is $1, so yeah, basically. But yeah, it should be posted up for sale tomorrow night when I finish it. So if you want to see the rest of the progress on this character, be sure to join us tomorrow night for the stream.
Yeah,
But yeah.
definitely.
Also, want to give a shout out to all my patrons listed in the description for supporting me, because you beans are the best. I really appreciate your support. It means a lot to me. It helps me to do this kind of stuff, you know. And if you are interested in supporting me through Patreon, then the link is in the description. And also feel free to like this stream and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I recently hit 2k subscribers and I'm pretty excited about it. So I want to start using YouTube a bit more. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say, but yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. Huh?
Good night.
Yeah, but yeah, we shall head off to bed now. So again, thank you and see you around. Bye.
Bye.